Well, add another one to the Hildebeest body count. God. Um, the guy that was the hacker, the Romanian hacker, he was extradited or something to the USA, and he was in a Virginia prison. He committed suicide. He's dead. The one that hacked into Hillary's email server. Yeah. After FBI freaking turd Comey, whatever his name was. Hey, I got a remark on that thing with that FBI director. In a way, he coyly freaking set a bombshell off on Hillary, even though on the surface it looks like he didn't do a damn thing. But he actually, if he wouldn't do a damn thing, he wouldn't have said all the stuff she did. In other words, he said everything she did, which made her guilty of every damn thing there was by the law, right? Just on that, not alone when they dig in further. But you know what would have happened? If she went down, Obama knew about it, and he would have went down too. It's like, but he did actually, I got to say one thing about that FBI director. He did actually state exactly what she did. So now everybody, not everybody's pissed off. You know what burns me though? But I think of them as food source. The people that support Hillary Clinton, and it's not like all the people that support Hillary Clinton. Some people don't know, right? I know there's a lot of black poor minorities in this country that think Hillary's your best bet to survive, right? But then we got these white MBAs that know everything. But they must not be. They must be able to put two and two together exactly what's going on. They're just lying. And you know what the deal is? They go with the flow with who they think the stronger person is, and they agree with that person. Those kind of people are food. If you're a headhunter and a cannibal, that's what I think. So I want to elaborate. Well, before I get on to the food source thing here, yeah, man, we're getting evil. Anyway, I'm going to show you like this whoever this is. This is M Lord and God. She must be, or he, she must be a real holy person. I think Jesus is a load of shit. But anyway, now he got mad at me. But anyway, she said, breaking Hillary Clinton email hacker found dead in jail. That was in Virginia. His name was Guccifer. Guccifer. He's a Romanian guy. They had him like brought over to the USA. I mean, why are you worried about security, man? Why do you even put him in jail? I mean, it's supposed to be all the state secrets are open source, right? Who the hell cares, right? Anyway, well, that's what happened, right? Right, Hilda Beast? Duh. Yeah, Council on Foreign Relations. You know, you know what? You know what I think, though. I think. Well, let me tell you what's going on. I got to bring this out again because this is Deagel.com. This is like Deagel, right? It's not like GLE. If you do it the other way, they don't come up. It's a military site, non-profit. But they predict, and this is my words, but I'll just give you a couple highlights. They predict by the year 2025 that the USA populations will drop to 20% of the current level. Now, they're not a conspiracy site or a fearmonger site, and it doesn't have anything to do with that PhD Deagle guy. This is something totally different. Because that PhD Deagle guy you see on Coast to Coast, I don't like that guy's a. But I don't think it's going to be that extreme myself, but I think they're basically right, and they're really talking some serious shit. I mean, I was looking at the stats they put out. GDP will drop to 5% of the current level, actually a little less than 5%. That's what they forecast by 2025. So you're talking 9 years, right? So between now and even the next 5 years, something's going to be happening, right? And then the military expenditures will drop to 10% of the current level. In other words, when you're saying population to 20% of the current level and GDP to 5%, that means we have the survivors got 1/4 of the wealth. Ugh. Anyway, and I'm going to kind of see, this is actually that's why I think no matter who gets in, we're screwed. The majority of I'm just going to give you a couple highlights. I'll give you the link on it. You can read it, whatever. The majority of economic and demographic data used in making of the forecast is widely available by institutions such as the CIA, Crooks in Action, IMF, UN, and USG. Okay, so that's whatever, So they're taking it. I'm not going to go over the whole damn thing what they wrote here. I'll let you read it. And it says we assume that the official data, especially economic, released by governments, is fake, cooked, or distorted to some degree. Now I know that is true because, well, first off, when you look at railroads, and I talked about this in the other silver videos I do. I do so many silver videos once in a while, just for the hell of it. The railroad traffic, it's like real low. It's like the lowest it's been in many, many years. They're laying off railroad conductors. That's telling you that there's not many goods moving back and forth. Now, I buy some goods. I buy stuff. I mean, I'm not somebody who goes and pays somebody for service-based things. You know, that like on these other people do, whatever the hell people waste money on. Like, hey, I gotta have somebody mow my lawn for me. I can't do it. It's hot. I do my own shit. Anyway, historically, it goes on. It's well been known that the former Soviet Union was making up fake statistics years before its collapse. So they're figuring, the government right now is trying to hide everything. They're trying to say everything's rosy, blah, blah. It's going to fall apart. They're probably right. I think they're basically right. I can't believe it's going to be this extreme, but it's going to be pretty screwed up. And they're also talking about disease. Now, I just put a video out, and you know what? I can make my videos get more hits and views, and I'm deliberately not even. I put it out, the cure for Ebola and HIV. Big freaking letters, the cure. Man, that's a big word, man. I think I know what it. I am pretty damn sure of it. And this is from reading medical journals and stuff. You got to look at the video. It's too damn long. I can't go over the whole thing, but the 2014 strain of Ebola had a death rate of 50 to 60%. Now, actually, I know there's a way to get around that. You get the death rate down to like 7% with just an old HIV medicine. It's one of the ones somebody found. I forgot what the damn name of it, but it's so cheap right now. I think it's like $80 or $50 for a month's supply, and you only need like half of that to freaking get rid of the Ebola or knock it down enough. But say you don't have the medical stuff available because there's an economic collapse, the government collapses and all that kind of crap, debt default. Yeah, so there'll be a lot more dead people, right? Then they're also figuring there's going to be an exodus, and some countries are going to have more people coming into it, and people are. If you hear noise in the background, that's my little cat. He's playing around up there and freaking running around on the ramps I made up there near the ceiling. If you saw one of my videos, you know what the hell that is. I make cat ramps for these guys that run around. And you can tell I'm real worried about this shit. Why am I not worried about it? Because I'm prepared. Okay? I don't give a shit. Anyway, so actually sometimes, it might not be an 80% death toll. They say maybe it'll be a 50% death toll. But they're also figuring no war or nuclear war is included in this forecast. They're talking like, the infrastructure just coming down, like just in time food delivery and energy delivery and all this garbage. And also, the USA population is going to go down due to exodus, migration, people just leaving. But where they're generally going to leave to go to is like Europe, and Europe's going to be all screwed up. And anyway, that's what they got, okay? And also they say, now this I definitely can see, because I know money people. They don't give a shit. Oh, God. They wave the flag when it's to their advantage. American corporations relocating overseas will become foreign corporations. And they got like 4 explanation points. That's a given. The money guys will just say, oh, that place is screwed up. Let's go here. We don't care. And we can go over there and make a lot of money. And our wives own us because we need to make money. And we lick their feet, because it's usually those type of people. Yeah, if you go to the BDM SM scene, those are the ones that usually those corporate assholes are the ones that like to be whipped by the mistress, They're dorks. Anyway, that's part of the problem, too. Anyway, ex-Soviets suffering during the following struggle in the 1990s with a significant death toll. And in the Soviet Union, when everything fell apart, they had plenty of food, right? Now, why am I mentioning this after I'm telling you the Hilda Beast knocked off another one? I'm saying she did. Or, her people did. What else is new, right? Because this is kind of like where everything's going. And, actually I kind of welcome this for the Hillary Clinton supporters. Good. Die, you scumbags. I don't care. Anyway, actually I realized, too, a lot of these Hillary Clinton Clinton supporters. They're the ones that don't want. They want all the American population disarmed. And actually, I figured this out too with these guys, these people. Like they're guys. So they want the American. They are too afraid to own a gun because they realize it's a responsibility. They'd rather have it delegated to somebody else and then it's taken care of for them because they can't trust themselves with a weapon and what they'd even do to themselves. You know that's really the truth of it, the matter with a lot of these people that are for gun control. I'm telling you right now, they can't. They're not man enough to freaking take any kind of responsibility. That is actually what the crux of the problem is. What many of them tell. And I'm thinking to myself, man, if the whole thing just went down the tubes and I don't give a shit. You people could not have guns. Fine, I don't give a shit. You're prey. Who cares? Anyway, and they're talking about in the economy. There'll be no servicing jobs, and we got a big service-based economy. Like in New Jersey, I was looking at. I was like, I was like, holy smokes! I looked like in the different states. Like in Texas, I think the most popular job is like related to the oil industry. I know in Florida, I think it said it was related to the boating industry. I forgot so many other states. It was interesting looking at that stuff. I think I'm not sure if North Carolina was furniture industry. I'm not sure. It might have been. But New Jersey was family counseling and family services. I was like, what are you doing? That was a non-existent field 50 years ago, pretty much. And what the hell does that do, right? Just a bunch of people saying, "Oh, God, I spent you make $200 an hour. You can talk to me, huh?" Yeah, right. That's kind of jobs going out the freaking door. It's like you got a problem, suck it up. You got to keep working, man. You got to keep swinging that hammer, get the shit done, yo. It's gonna go back to that. You'll feel better after you get all those nails driven into the wood like you're supposed to, you piece of shit. Anyway, none of that shit anymore. That's how it cures your depression. You got to frame a house, get it done. When you're done, your depression will be over. Anyway, the American downfall is set to be far worse than the Soviet Union's one. That's what they say. They're probably true because Americans don't know how to grow food. And all these, everybody today lives in, not everybody, but most of the population lives in cities, and they're screwed. Who cares? Anyway, also migratory movements. I don't know. You can read this crap. I don't know. But anyway, I figured I'd throw that in there in the end because the Beast whacked another one. You're such a sweet lady. Anyway, actually, I'm kind of waiting. It'd be kind of funny if Uma got dead. She's a liability. Find her dead someplace. She had a heart attack. She was dying of old age. Anyway, I could say more about that, but her and Hillary, and she died of a heart attack, and I don't want to go over the edge here too much. But yeah, I can't imagine if Trump, I'm not even, well, you know what, I realize, the only reason I'm kind of liking Trump is because he's pissing everybody off. That's what I really like about him. That's what turned me on to this guy more than anything. It's like he's pissing people off. He's pissing off the Democrats. He's pissing off the Republicans. I'm like, cool, keep pissing them off. I don't give a shit. That's what I kind of like the guy. I wasn't. I don't know, man. I still kind of wonder if he's, how the hell could somebody be so buddy with the Clintons so damn long and be switch like 2 years ago. I don't know. We're screwed, man. But, the way I look at it, it's like, I guess if we went back to barter, you say, well, we didn't make any money. But you know what? It would be a lot tougher. You'd have to go back to cottage industry and stuff. And a lot of stuff is kind of not playing out exactly. I don't know if I should mention on this. Well, I'm not going to. I'll mention it down in the comments. Because, YouTube, man, they follow every little thing you say on here. And it's like, if you say one little thing, they don't like it. Anyway, I'm being very truthful, though. And I'm not trying to upset anybody when I'm doing this stuff. I'm actually telling you all the dad stuff, the Darth Vader freaking conspiracy shit. Well, it's not conspiracy stuff. It's reality, man. There's been a lot of things back in history that happened, and, it wasn't history till something happened, good or bad, right? It's like something, everything's just ho-hum, and all of a sudden something happens, and then that's an historical event, and they write it down because it was out of the ordinary, Like, it could be something good, in 1847 or 48, they found gold in California, right? Hey, look, we found gold. It could be good. Maybe 2017, 2018. Look, the economy of America imploded to nothing. I don't know, man. I don't know what she's gonna do in the White House, but just put Fido over the door and have the beast in there. The dog. Actually, she ain't too bad looking in some ways. If she was younger, like about 50 years younger. God, she's gross. Anyway, and yeah, this Comey guy. Um, I figure he was being cute the way he was releasing that stuff. In other words, he told everybody a million things she did wrong, and all those things are against the law, big time. Because you don't have to have intent. You got a responsibility not to screw up. If you do something, even if it, even if you screwed up and you were careless, that doesn't mean you don't get nailed by the law. That's exactly what it is. And actually, he laid it out. She's guilty as shit in 50 different ways. But then he says, we recommend nothing's going to happen. But the deal is, it wasn't so much Loretta Lynch. It's the fact that President Obama would go down too. He'd be like a tiny insect trying to go against Obama and Hildebeest. And what did I just tell you, right? What did I just tell you? Going back to square one, Romanian hacker Guccifer, Clinton email hacker, found dead in Virginia jail. Now, what happened with Vince Foster, right? Dead. I mean, he was like the lover of Hillary Clinton, right? Remember that shit? You don't know that, right? Well, nobody knows that. That's a conspiracy rumor thing. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard that. And, he's dead. And he was the Attorney General. I mean, I don't know what's higher, the FBI Director, Attorney General, isn't that? Well, yeah, the Attorney General, isn't that is higher. Yeah, because that's what Loretta Lynch is, right? So you got to remember what happened to Vince Foster. He was dead, right? So what does this Comey guy think he's going to do, right? So he told, he did say exactly what he did. Now everybody knows what he did. Now everybody can say, Comey, you're screwed up. But actually, in a way, he's playing his cards okay in a way. I didn't think of that at first. But then it dawned on me later. What the hell's he going to do? What's he going to do? He'd be dead. And when they had, what was it, the guy, Ron Brown? He crashed into the freaking in a jet in Bosnia. He was the Secretary of Commerce, right? And what happened with the investigation with Whitewater and all those other investigations and stuff? They all stopped after he died, right? So what would happen with Comey if he said, "Yeah, I recommend you indict her"? Actually, you know what I would do, Comey? I'd kill her. I mean, she kills people. Why don't you kill her? Right? What the hell? What's wrong with that? Why didn't you just go over there and say, when you had the meeting with her for 3.5 hours, why didn't you just say she had a heart attack due to the pressure and you slipped her something, you hit her with the CIA heart attack gun, with the ice thing, the ice pellet that goes in the heart? Say she died. I don't know. She just freaking croaked. I don't know what happened to her. I'm sorry, YouTube. This is just humor. Don't take me serious. I'm just being joking. Ha 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 ha. That's how Hillary laughs, right? She can laugh like that. Can I laugh like that? Isn't it fair? So I mean, what's fair for her is fair for everybody else, right? Anyway, have fun. Hey man, if you ever need a favor, Comey, you call me up. I'll take care of it right away, man. All right? Thank you. As long as you pay me a lot of money. All right, over and out. Hi, Hillary. Love you, baby. See you later. Bye.